Welcome into the Instant Re-Raise podcast. I am one of four wonderful hosts, Pipster. Along with me, we have 8 and Beastaru and AndyHara. How are you gentlemen doing tonight?
Going on?
Good.
I'm fantastic. Getting ready for
Yeah.
the holidays.
Holiday! Special holiday episode. Not really, but maybe.
I don't
So-
have any Christmas cheer.
Happy
Holla,
Kwanzaa, everybody.
if you hear me.
So, on today's show, we're going to be discussing some initial reactions, some reacts, if you will, to our almost full first week in Horizon 11. I think we all had generally a good time. We'll discuss and see if we can get any pain points or anything like that. But I think overall, I think we enjoyed our time. So let's just start with the opening of the game. How our experience went, like logging into the game, server stability, everything like that. Who wants to take it away? Who wants to give their first reactions to just the stability or just the environment of the opening?
I'll go first. Well, Andy, you go first.
No, go ahead, brother.
I give the stability like a 10 out of 10. I haven't had any issues from day one, stability wise and logging in wise. I mean, I feel like any issues that they did have, they addressed very quickly. I didn't have any issues as far as on my end. There was a couple things, like I said, that they fixed, but they jumped on it, they fixed it, and we were able to get back into the groove pretty quick. Some of the timing of what they were fixing for me wasn't convenient being on the East Coast, but all in all, I mean, it had to be done. So as frustrating as that was, I'd rather them do it and get it done right than neglect it and just say, we'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say. So I watched the pre-launch party. I didn't watch all of it. I watched a good chunk of it. But yeah, no, like during the pre-launch, it was like, "You guys are ready? You guys ready? Ready to go live?" I was expecting everything just to crash. There was like there was 1,000-some people. Yeah.
3,800 people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't get to play right at launch. It didn't take me quite as long as you guys to download it.
Lucky.
Mine downloaded in like a half hour. But yeah, I think it's pretty well built, and for the most part, I was able to get right in, and it wasn't really, in my opinion, glitchy in any way. I think it's been a pretty good experience so far.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. There was some hot fixes at the very beginning, but overall, it's an engineering feat.
If I was gonna complain, I think Andy's right about anything. It was a long download for me, but I started it. I went to work. I came home. It was all done. So I mean,
But that's to be expected with an
right,
initial
100%
launch.
right. Yep.
I mean, in all honesty, for everything that they did, I think that with the amount of glitches that they had, which were pretty minimal in my opinion, I think most of them were pretty cleaned up by the time I was able to log in and play. But it didn't seem like it was really down for long at first when it first launched. I mean, I was paying attention while you guys were playing because I was jealous that you were playing.
You caught up quick though.
Yeah,
you did. Well, he only focused on one job. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
that's
most
because
of us
I'm not.
do too, but
That's because I'm not a pleb like you that can't make a decision.
hey, we'll get into the pros and cons of that a little bit later.
The
Yeah.
pros and
Alright.
cons of being
Because
obsessive compulsive. Okay,
yeah,
you're gonna
because
talk to me about that.
it worked out for me, all right, because
Uh-huh.
we'll discuss some of the patch notes from today and how and why that affected me in a good way.
Whatever you say there, Thief Master.
One
Okay.
big bonus for Andy is he knows the difference between a forest hare and a wild rabbit.
All right, so we're going there. All right, so let's talk about walking out the gates of Sandoria. So all four of us started in Sandoria. I had initially thought I was gonna be Red Mage. I was gonna try it out for the first time. Beast was White Mage. 8 was Warrior to begin with. Yeah, and Andy was also warrior. Andy started a few hours after us, but quickly caught up. And we'll have some clips on the YouTube channel going up live soon. Check them out. YouTube.com/@instant Reraise, all one word. Check them out. It's hilarious. I think we had a really good laugh when it happened, and especially when I was clipping or reviewing the clips, it was just hilarious.
I was cracking up when you posted them. Yeah,
I was in tears for some of them. I was like, this is just, it's so funny. So we walked out of the gates of Sandoria. We immediately got wrecked by a forest hare who was standing there. What had happened is, what I believe happened, because there's not supposed to be forest hares right there. I think because mobs at the beginning were not despawning, they would walk slowly back to their spawn point. So I saw a rabbit, I grabbed it. Yeah, and I died immediately, followed by Beast, and then 8 laughed at our dead bodies.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, it was it was very interesting when we first logged in. Like there
Yeah.
was players everywhere, and the whole system, whole server wide announcements is pretty good. Like as soon as we
Amazing.
zoned in, like
I do like the server wide announcements. That is, I think we might be jumping ahead, but that's a cool addition.
yeah, there was just like as soon as we like loaded in, like we get an announcement. I forget who the name of the person was, but like has died. The first person on the server to die.
That was so awesome.
I'm like, dang, these guys just ran right outside.
I don't know. I think just the fact that, you know, being out there and seeing so many people trying to jump on mobs all at the same time and like robbing mobs from each other, and it was just something that you really didn't feel in the retail version for a long time. Even it's been years since it felt like that in the retail game.
There was like 450 people in Ronflower just. And
oh, there might have been more than that.
Just in
there may have
West
been more than that.
Ronflower, and then it was like East was a totally different.
Oh, that's true.
And people figured out, hey, just sit still and wait for your mob to spawn, and that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Rather than move around.
Yeah.
I mean, I went old school. I wandered around and got chased back to the gate a few times. You know, for old time's sake.
Yes. So wandering around, and you're right. It was about 450 in West Ron, and another 400 and something out in East Ron. It was insane. 8 yelled at me for a few times when I started claiming mobs that weren't ours to the guy right next to us.
Nice, being nice individual.
We went old school.
I was feeling,
and then we get blamed. Me and Beast were getting one blamed.
Yeah.
I wish
we were doing anything.
Don't be greedy, Taru. I'm like,
yeah.
Dude,
it was so good.
And I get slapped. Like, what the hell?
You got slapped.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there stealing mobs left and right, and these guys are getting punished for it. It was great.
It was great. I gotta admit.
It was fun. So we get through the early levels, right? And then we start questing a little bit. And now I personally have not quested too much in 11 early game. So that was a big eye opener for me, and it was awesome. I never like really truly took advantage of the early quests to get gear, like the shield, the level 1 shield, or even to get gil, to be honest. I just kind of just went out and farmed because I was a main thief back in the day. So I was like, oh, this is cool. I don't really need to do anything. Quests are stupid. Why are people wasting their time?
Yeah. I felt the same way.
Good. Yeah. So let's go over maybe some differences or some same things with Final Fantasy Retail to private server. I think we already announced the announcements, server-wide announcements, which are awesome. Combing through the world, we've had a few. So the first death, then there was the first like unlock of a particular advanced job.
Beastmaster, I believe, the first one I saw.
Yep, that's the first one I saw too. Monty, first Beastmaster on the server. Those little tweaks just show how important the community is, and it's really rewarding just being a part of it and being around.
Guy getting the Lu Shang fishing rod.
That was
3 days in.
We were all in disbelief about it at first. Like, there's no way that was legit.
It
We
was
went to
smart.
immediate detective mode.
Super smart
well-
on his part. I mean, the way that he
Good-
played it, because
Yeah,
you're not
good-
going to get cheaper prices.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, good for him for playing it the right way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he calculated it. It was like 250,000 gil.
Mhm.
How did he get that 8? Do you remember what he did?
It was fishing.
He got to level 42 fishing, and some of the I forgot the name of the fish. One of the
Blue tail. I think it was blue tail.
Blue-
Blue
yeah.
tail.
and NPCs for 300 gil. Like initially, like the Mocarp, they were going for like less than like 250, I think.
A stack, yeah.
And they're like every day, like they went up like 100 gil. Like right now they're at 700, which is still pretty cheap. But no, I mean he got all of it. He just kept buying them all. So.
That guy has some dedication, because didn't you guys say he's also like level 40?
42 or something like that, yeah.
No, in like his actual job, or did he do nothing but
No, no.
fishing? Okay.
I think he did nothing but fishing.
I
He
was
did
gonna
nothing but
say,
fishing.
because if he, how do you
Oh no,
find
he's level
time to get
42.
in
His character
fishing?
levels. No, his character level's 42.
Wow.
He got to 42 so he could go to the area where the blue tail was. Boogaroo
Oh.
Peninsula or something like that. Is
Wow.
where he was fishing mostly.
I mean, that's impressive, right
Yeah.
there.
So another thing, because none of us were, I don't think any of us played day one of launch of retail, right? Is that correct?
I
Nobody's
did.
no.
You did play day one? Okay.
Yeah.
Even on day one in North America, there was not a empty auction house. So nobody really knew how the auction house was going to evolve. There was no items on it.
Hmm.
To my knowledge, I believe other private servers fully stocked it or something along those lines. So Gil kind of got washed out, didn't matter. Gil matters in this game. You get 500 Gil and you feel like you have something.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, you
it's-
you get 500 gil, you feel rich.
Yeah. It's slowly going up as people craft, as people gather. So it's organic. It's awesome. I've never been a part of a game that's been so stable in the economy and it's slowly increasing little by little. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I agree. I may not have played day one. It may have been day two, just because it took that long to download the entire game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I was right there in the beginning week. I'll put it that way. But yeah, that was already established. I mean, the
Yep.
auction house already had plenty of stuff on there.
Right.
Plenty of things for lower levels, higher levels. So we're dealing with a totally different beast in this aspect.
For sure. Also the other thing, the launcher. I mean, I know we talked about it briefly before, but like
Super
the
cool.
launcher's amazing.
Yeah,
I
super
mean,
Yeah,
stripping
cool.
away play
It's-
online.
It's a lot nicer and it's quicker.
Yeah.
Being able to just log in and just click launch.
If you have an
Um,
issue and you have to reboot, it's not like the end of the world anymore.
Right.
I mean,
Oh, it's
it's
pretty
not the end of the
5-minute
world,
reboot.
but yeah, I mean, it's no time at all. You're back, and like you said, Pip, that's just small things that SE could do that they just kind of have.
choose not to
Exactly.
because it's too much work.
Too much work or not enough. They don't find the value in it.
Man, I
'Cause
really wish they would.
Because our time doesn't matter to them.
No.
They look at it. They're paying. What does it matter?
Yeah, they have a system that works. They do the if it ain't broke, don't fix it type thing.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not anti Square Enix. I
No,
like
me
them. I've
neither.
been playing their games for years. It's just with this, I think they've just gotten they just don't want to change anything to make it a better quality of life. And
Mhm.
I mean, it's small tweaks, and they could probably double their player base if they just did that.
Oh
It-
yeah.
it-
Okay.
I was like, in their defense, it's a 20-year-old game.
It is.
Yeah, I get it's 20 years old, but it's
Just
still
milking the
popular.
cow.
So what? There's still people that want to play it. Look at all the players that are on a free server right now.
You know.
I
20
think-
years or not, it's still a viable game. I mean, look at the four of us. We're still going back to it after 20 years.
Hmm.
I think it's a calculation for them. Like, does the money invested, like, because if they don't make a profit, I feel like they'll just kill the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they've been making their profit hand over fist for years.
But they haven't done anything though. Nothing
Right.
huge.
That money's going towards other development projects, I'm sure, not
I'm
towards
sure.
Well, I
11.
mean, shame on them.
Maintenance
They could make more if they made a couple more tweaks to this game.
Final Fantasy is a special beast. I think So the Discord last I checked was up over 12,000 active members. I think we went over this in the first episode, but there was like 8,000 accounts created. That was before people could create multiple accounts. That was before launch.
Mhm.
It's oh, go ahead.
There's a stat out there. I don't know if you saw it. I saw it in one
No.
of the Discords or one of the forums on Blue Gator. I don't remember where, but they said they had 12,000 people log in, unique logins onto their tune and play for at least 1 second.
Huh.
I don't know how accurate that is, but
Right.
I'll look for the article and give it to you guys.
Okay.
But that's insane.
That's
That's
insane.
absolutely insane.
That's insane.
That's nuts.
It's so insane that retail, I feel like, is getting some of the people are getting a little jealous of Horizon.
You're right. We've seen some content creators try to throw mud onto Horizon's success instead of enjoying the experience with everyone else. They're deciding to take another stance of being pig-headed and trying to yuck someone else's fun. You know what I mean? And that's not. Why are you doing that?
It's a small pond, honestly. Like if we're
It's-
talking about Twitch, it was like
It's all about views. That's why.
it was like 200 views though. It was
It's-
nothing.
they're
And
just-
like most of them was like one streamer.
I get it. I mean, it is a different viewpoint, and we can't see it from their standpoint because obviously we're enjoying ourselves on Horizon.
We can't see their standpoint because they're wrong.
I'm not
I'll
saying
come
they're
out.
wrong. I'm
I
just saying.
am. I'll come
that
right out and say it.
individual, if he played this, he would enjoy it because it's the game we
think so,
all
too.
love.
I think
Please,
he'd be
gentlemen.
good at it.
He'd be
Gentlemen,
great at it.
let's not pussyfoot around it. Let's just say he's wrong.
He's wrong. No, 100% he's wrong for what he's saying because he knows that the game is fun because he plays it. He's played it probably since launch and loved it ever since, and he puts a lot of effort into the game, and I get that. But I mean, he's not an active streamer necessarily. He
I
he
didn't think so
runs his
either.
own thing, and he's really not. He used to post YouTube videos, but he even stopped that. So I don't know. Either way, don't yuck someone else's yum.
Yeah.
Let them have their fun. Let them do their thing. We are all in this community, private server or retail, doesn't matter. We love the game, and this is the most, I want to say, accurate with a little twist. It's not exactly retail because it's not. It's not what they're going for. They're trying to put some spins on it, which I think is phenomenal. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's only going to
that's
make it
that.
better.
Yeah,
Yep,
mix it up a little bit and
Yeah.
give it a little different flavor.
I don't know about you guys, but while I was patiently waiting for the download or the just the opening of the server, the play online music in the launcher, how it was mixed up a little bit, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Those small touches, man, they just make everything. It is
They
awesome.
do.
Malcolm Jones has different music.
I haven't turned it on yet.
I haven't even
No,
been there yet.
I've been OG.
Yeah, we have.
I have.
We went
Yeah,
there.
I think you have to turn it on or turn it off. I think Pip turned it off.
Yeah,
I
I
we
turned
were-
it
turned
off,
as
yeah.
well. I got the
Yeah.
classic. I'm just a classic
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I had
check
the
it out.
I had the new music on for a little bit, but I went back to the OG music.
They did a phenomenal job with the play online music, so I know
yeah,
I'll probably like the twists that they put on the current, or even
Yeah,
adding music to zones that don't have it.
It's pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool. I couldn't really get the zones that they added music. I was kind of like, oh, all right, this is kind of weird. Like,
The dunes should just be wind. That's all you should hear in the dunes.
Yep. yeah, and there was
That's
no music in Latine,
No,
Oh, that's true.
there wasn't. There wasn't. Yeah, you're right. So I would hope maybe one day they'll put the launcher on like a button to say add custom music to zones that don't have it, because I still like the original music.
I
don't
thought that
necessarily
they
want to screw
talked
around
about
with it.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hope they implement it.
I'm
great.
sure they probably will. I mean,
It-
they seem like they're pretty open to suggestions.
Mhm. It just takes time.
yeah, and it's an add-on, right? So the community can. It doesn't have to be the devs on the
Mhm.
project. Anybody can make. I mean, they already have an add-on for wearing a chocobo. Play the action music versus the chocobo music.
Oh,
which-
that's right. That's right. I remember them talking.
Mount
I
Puzzle or
haven't,
whatever.
haven't been on a chocobo yet, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go around the table here and say what we're, I guess, maining. I don't want to say maining because I think we're all kind of just doing like sub jobs right now to get to a better place. But what are you currently playing and what's your highest level? 8. Why don't you start us off? And what's your plan
Sure.
too? Give us your little roadmap if you have one.
My roadmap. Originally, I was gonna do warrior and then switch over to either like a tank or just keep going warrior all the way to 75. But after a few parties and everybody just fucking missing, like it being painful, like my roots from retail and being like main, I was always support. Like, you know what? I gotta be bored. I gotta. This is taking too long. We shouldn't be whiffing this much. So I switched over. I'm gonna take Black Mage to 20, so I can get my Chocobo license. I'm gonna switch over to White Mage, take that 37, and there I'm gonna take Bard all the way to 75, and hopefully I don't get sidetracked too much from there. I might level Thief just for TH, but I'm still up in the air on that one.
Okay. Beast, what do you got?
I'm White Mage currently, and I think that I'm gonna stick with White Mage as my main.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm gonna do White Mage and Beastmaster, and White Mage kind of goes with Beastmaster for a sub job at least on early levels. So I'm gonna probably stick with that. And like 8 said, I probably a level Thief just for the treasure hunter for farming eventually, because I can't have somebody farm for me all the time. So that's basically my roadmap. I would like to go back to Black Mage as well at some point, just because that's my original job. It's what I enjoy. But I'm enjoying White Mage, but it also helps that I've got a group of people that are understanding and pretty cool to actually play with. So
Definitely. All right. What do you got, Andy?
So I got right now a level 16 warrior, and a level 5 thief. But I'm probably gonna do paladin and dark knight. So I figure I'll take up the role as tank for a while because in retail I was kind of stubborn and didn't do anything but dark knight. So
Yeah.
but so far I think I've been doing pretty good
you
tanking.
have been,
I mean,
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
so I think starting from scratch and being able to kind of muddle your way through and relearn the job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yep.
mind tanking. It's been going pretty good so far.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
100%. Yeah, I was gonna say it. 100% agree with that. When you have to slowly progress through levels, it helps you understand the job versus just being power leveled in Zeta.
Yeah, I mean that was half the problem with retail. I got power leveled through most of my
Mhm.
jobs, and it's like, well, I didn't really
learn
Learn 'em.
anything.
I didn't get to learn. I didn't get any skill ups.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of skill ups, pretty good early on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That is
All
a
right.
big thing that's missing from retail now is partying.
Yes. The community, the people.
because it's all about time now. Like,
Right.
I just want to get all the way up as high as I can get as quick as I can, rather than just slowly earning it.
Right.
What you
Yeah.
got, Pip?
So I am a level 16 warrior, a level 14 thief, a level 13 red mage. I have problems. Level 8 white mage,
Fucking
le-
overachiever here.
level 1
Jesus
monk.
Christ, dude. What happened to us
Um,
talking about fucking focusing on one job and going with it?
so started as a red mage, realized it's not that I'm bad at it. I just hate it. I don't hate
It's
it. I
hard
don't
at
hate it.
lower levels.
It's so hard. You don't have a lot of stuff to do. And it's like, man.
Yeah, Dia and backup heal. That's all you gotta
The
do.
Dia and backup heal, but that's not fun for me. So I got thief up. Pretty much solo to 14. I don't think I partied. Oh, I partied with you guys once. That's right, with Thief. And then Warrior, I've just been kind of Warrior is just a freaking wrecking ball. I've enjoyed switching out my weapons, changing my weapons. So I think I'm gonna go Warrior to like 37 for sub, and then I'll unlock Beast at 30, and then kind of ping pong that back and forth as needed. But Beast, I really want to try it. The news on the server is that it's a powerhouse. The Jug Pet does not take away from XP from the party or from the Beastmaster. So it's like having an extra DD. So that's exciting to me. So I really want to try that out.
Do you think they're gonna nerf it?
I don't. Nope.
No.
No, probably not.
I don't. I think it was all intended.
It's got such a bad stigma in retail that I don't see them going that route. You know.
I agree. I completely agree with that.
And that's coming from somebody that thinks the job is
That's
poopy.
true. Yeah.
So
So right now on the server, there's a maybe even level 50 now. I have no idea, but the party setup is Beastmaster, then it's Paladin, White Mage, Bard, and they're just tearing through levels right now. There's no life in the game, but they are tearing through the content. Not content, but the level system. So I don't know. It seems like 2 Beastmasters adding 2 extra DDs or support or whatever. The thing that I want to know and what's upsetting the Beastmaster community right now is the guy's not talking about the job. Like, we want to know about the traits and the abilities, but nobody knows. And we want to
figure
know.
it out, dude. Figure it out for yourself. Like
I
I'm
think that's maybe
trying.
what he wants.
Yeah, it's true. But I don't know. It would be nice if you just dropped a hint like, yeah, ready moves are in the game. It's not just sick. Like, the ready moves are in the game. You can control the pet's actions, blah, 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 blah. So we'll see. We'll see.
So how long do you think it'll be before we see the first 75?
2 more days.
2 more?
yeah,
That's
I'd give it a full
realistic.
week.
at least
Yeah.
2 or 3 days.
Especially going to the holidays. I mean, these guys, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure like
Yeah.
everybody's got time off. They're
Yep.
going to be playing fucking nonstop.
Not
I would
everybody.
be if I didn't have to work. I'd be,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Well,
like
they got to go through limit breaks too.
True.
yeah, but they can steamroll through those if they have
Beastmasters is
true.
not
if they're
tough.
doing it together, like
That's
which
true.
like level 50 is what the Tiger.
Yep.
65 is or 6 is it 55? They're
I
all
don't
pretty
know.
easy after that, if I recall correctly.
yeah, I forgot
don't know.
all about that shit.
Yeah,
There's
limit
like-
breaks, man. Mat
I
fights.
think 70, the map fight is probably like the hardest. I have to get the testimonials.
Not as a
That's
thief.
probably
the Ugoto or whatever, that one was a tough one because it's got true sight and you got to get the magicite or whatever the heck it is.
Oh yeah.
yeah, but if you get a party of like 70, I mean, they should be able to get it pretty easily.
Yeah. No, yeah.
The thief mat fight was my favorite because I stole it my first try. I was like, nice.
You got lucky.
I got super lucky, absolutely lucky. So
I heard the fight on Bard is pretty difficult, so I am we'll see how
Don't-
that goes.
you can time out and win, right? Isn't
On
there like a
Bard?
timeout mechanic? If you
I know
sleep
there is
them,
on White Mage.
can't you just? Cause on Black Mage, I thought the Black Mage strat was just to sleep them and like bind them and stuff, and just kind of like keep away from them until timer runs out. I thought that was the strat. Maybe I'm wrong.
That seems sketchy, but if he's a Bard, I mean,
He's gonna sleep you.
is he gonna
Poison
resist?
pots.
Yeah, but isn't
Oh,
there
yeah,
a
true.
Gorget? Isn't there a Gorget where you regain health
It's
while
the
you're
Oppo
asleep?
necklace.
Yeah,
Oppo necklace. It's
Yeah, but
TP, not health.
that's for
TP.
DDs though.
Yeah, TP.
Yeah, that's so you take sleeping pots, you take the Oppo necklace, you sleep yourself while wearing it, you gain 1,000 or however much TP you need, and then you just go in there and try to wreck them right away. That's what
You
the
do
DD
weapon
strat is.
skill, then you pop a wing to do a skill chain,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're a samurai, then you pop your 1 hour and just keep wrecking you.
So on the server, some other news broke regarding how they are implementing wardrobe space. That was actually pretty exciting when we learned that. Have you guys heard about this?
I think I saw
Not
you
through
guys
you.
post it in the Discord.
So basically, there's 5 slots going to be open when you unlock your sub job. There'll be an additional 5 when you get your is it your chocobo license
Mhm.
or advanced
think
job?
so.
You unlock an advanced job. Sorry, and then you get 10 slots when you get to rank 3
Mhm.
in the nation. So that's pretty incredible because right now I only have 30 in my gobby bag and I am hurting
Mhm.
carrying all the weapons for warrior. So I'm very much interested in getting all of those completed. We don't know
Yeah.
what the further ones are yet, but yeah.
Regardless, I mean, just getting a chocobo just for traveling purposes, and
Game changer.
yeah,
I heard they're
yeah.
pretty pricey right now. They're like almost up to 1100, 1200 gil.
What?
Dang. In city?
Wow.
It goes
In
based
Trino,
off
yeah.
of how many people are renting them, right?
Correct. Yep. It spikes up on demand. It's a good gill sync though in the game. I mean, think
It
about it.
is. Yeah.
So it kind of hurts people who are. I mean, just I don't know. I don't know if I ever really agreed with the whole spiking thing. Just make it a standard rate, but I mean, I guess I get it.
The
There's
money,
something going on.
the
Supply
money,
and demand. I mean,
the
run the
money
car company,
struggle
right?
is real.
That's right. You can just run.
You could always
All right.
cap it at like 900 or something if they really
Yeah.
wanted
It's
to,
just.
but
I wonder if there's a hard cap.
there has to
man.
Because
be.
stuff's expensive.
Yeah,
Speaking
having
of
no skill is
expensive
rough.
stuff, how are you guys been making gil? No secrets. I don't think we really have any more secrets. All the secrets are kind of gone now. But so how I started off was in Sandoria, the 3 repeatable quests. You know, you get the rabbit hides, you get the flintstone and the bat wings. Playing the market was probably the biggest thing. Finding stacks that were cheaper than individual, or finding stacks that would have given me more back by selling it. And the flintstone was great. It was like 250 forever. I was getting like 50 gil per stack extra, and just it was just a little run back and forth, whatever. But currently, or before, how you guys started out with your gil? How have you guys been making gil?
I'm gonna
Selling
go
everything
last
I
on this
get.
one.
All right, I'll go. So fishing. I picked up fishing. I'm at level 10 fishing right now. I need to start making my way to in Windy so I can like get level up. But I figured I want to unlock my I want to unlock warp on my black mage so I can like travel a little bit easier. Before that, though, same as you, I was doing the 3 repeatable quests. I leveled my red mage, not red mage, sorry. I leveled my thief, my warrior, my monk, uh, my black mage, and like I got a bunch of rabbit hides, flintstones, and all that stuff from just leveling. Same thing with beastman seals, conquest points. You know, I get some of that gear, put in the auction house, make a couple grand there. And yeah, no, right now fishing is the way to go. Mo carps. They're starting to get more. You know, realistically, if I had more money, I would probably invest in mo carps and like store a ton of them. But like, I need the gil to like get the spells and stuff like that. So
Yep.
I'm going to do that as much as I wanted to.
All right. Andy, what have you been doing?
Just a little bit of everything. I started fishing a little bit. Just farming stuff. I mean, the latest thing that's been selling pretty decent was a lizard skin. So I made some decent gil off of that, and um, mostly I'm probably gonna focus on the fishing and try to get my levels up in that, and that's pretty much it. You know.
All right. So just sell your junk. Sell everything you can.
Yeah, I'm just selling everything I acquire.
All right. Cool. What you got, Beast?
Well, where Pip struggles in leveling jobs, I struggle in selling stuff.
Hoarder.
I'm a pack rat. Yeah, I
You got a
can't.
hoarder.
I can't bring myself to sell a stack of crystals for 150 gil. I can't do it. So I'm bogarting everything basically, and just doing the Flintstone, the rabbit hides, and whatever the third one was. I can't remember.
You're just racking up your fucking
Batwing,
storage space
rabbit
right
hides.
now,
I
man.
am. I'm gonna actually have to start sending some stuff to my mule, because I'm gonna start running out of space. But I feel like I'm playing the long game. I feel like
Mhm.
it's
Yep.
gonna work out for me. I'm just really struggling right now. Like I think I've hit 1,000 gil like twice. And
Really?
yes, and as soon as I hit 1,000,
Shit.
I bought stuff. So I only had
Yeah.
it for like minutes.
I I hit 3,000 gil for the first time like tonight.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because on retail, if I logged in, I'd have like over 90,000 or 90 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
90
like-
mil. I know. I think about that right now. Like my retail account, I've got like a shit ton of gil.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make the game fun right now. More, I mean,
No, it wouldn't.
It would make it easier, but like I've had 5,000 gil so far in the game, probably like 3 times. One was from selling the Royal Knight's tunic from Conquest Points, right? When I was only 3,000 that I got it, but I had like 2,000 then. Some of the other things were just trading in a crap load of stuff, and plus all the jobs I've been leveling. I've been getting a crap ton of rabbit heads, so
Yep.
it just adds up quick. If you don't spend anything, the red mage at the beginning was hard because all the money was going to spells. My heart goes out to all the mages because
It's been
not
a
only
struggle.
you guys have to keep your gear up, and then also your spells, and then
Well,
a weapon.
With mages, gear doesn't matter as much though. Like as
Getting
long as you have
whacked.
But
I don't
even
know.
the
It does
spells,
and it doesn't.
you have to
Spells
prioritize
do.
your spells.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that you're like, I would love to have this, but
Yep.
I feel like Shelra is more expensive or more viable at this point. So I gotta save my money for that, and now's the time to buy it, which is the hardest part because it's the lowest it'll ever be.
Right.
And I can't afford it. And it's like the longer I wait, the more expensive it's gonna get, and it's just a vicious cycle.
Real vicious cycle, and you feel. I mean, when I first started playing retail years ago, it was so stressful making money in the game.
Yeah.
Like almost comparable to like making real money. It's like, this sucks. Like, you know, how am I supposed to make all this money to buy all this stuff in game when
Right.
I'm at work, like working a real job, and it's like I don't have time to be farming all this shit to make money in game. You know, it's like it was really stressful at first playing the game. You know,
I think once you learn some of the tips and like the tricks, and you kind of get an idea of, okay, I can do this, and there aren't a lot of people doing it right now, so I could capitalize on it. Once you figure that out, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
But the problem is getting to the level and the skill in order to reach that point. That's
Correct.
the hardest part.
Correct. Definitely, because like when we all joined the game had already been out for a year in Japan, so we were already well behind the curve. With this one, you can sell 3 stacks of hides over a day or two, and you have enough money to buy something, not your entire set, but something, which is nice. So you kind of feel rewarded for the work that you put in. Whereas in retail, when we first started, it just always felt like crap.
Yeah.
you never had enough.
You spend all that time farming stuff to make money, and I mean, there were times I would play till 2 or 3 in the morning to try to farm stuff to make money in game, and then have to get up for 5:30 in the morning to go to work, work all day.
Can't do that anymore.
No.
I don't know.
It's a struggle.
No.
I think 14-year-old me, it was a lot dumber than 34-year-old me.
Yep.
So I obviously I work from home. I'm not saying I'm working. I'm not working, but during breaks, lunch, that kind of thing, it's easy to just turn around and fishing. You don't have to go anywhere. Just pop it out and just start fishing. So like right now I'm sitting like around 11K. So and I got most of the stuff that I need. I'm gonna spend most of that when I start leveling White Mage. But yeah, no, it's been a lot easier. Like I there's stuff that I would want, but like the 1 defense, 2 defense here, like I don't think it's worth it. At this point, I'm just gonna rock my fisherman gear.
It's the other stats that you want, though. It's not so much the defense; it's the other stats that add to.
Well, it starts at defense, but there's a food that gives like 30% defense and adds like 20 defense. So
it's steamed crayfish.
Yeah, it's 30% and it adds 30, something like that, but it offsets Berserk, which is phenomenal. So like I can pop that food, I can pop Berserk, and I'm not any worse off than I was. And when Berserk falls, I'm even more beefy than when I was before. I never even knew this food existed because frankly, when I joined the game, it was meat mythic kebabs or nothing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was popular.
So like being able to see all these things and being, I guess, older, wiser now, or just maybe it's just game knowledge. Being like, oh wait, that's actually really valuable to have a defensive food, and I
Mhm.
can still have all the attack, and there's no negative because we all have no accuracy. No one has any accuracy right now. It's horrible. You're a whiff machine all day long.
Yep.
Magic
There's-
bursting is super important because you want to be skill training to kill the mob faster.
there's
We did a
no
party where we proved it.
there's
Yeah.
no accuracy food yet, right?
No, not yet. Well, someone was talking. So I was in party today, and someone was talking about jack o' lanterns in Juno.
Mhm.
Some NPC sells them, but I'm like, I haven't seen any on the AH yet. It's not a stackable food. You can only have one, or you can have more than one, but they don't stack. I'm like, I haven't seen any on the AH. They're like, yeah. He's like, I don't think the vendor was Era or something like that. I was like, oh, that sucks. Because accuracy food right now would be huge.
Oh
But
yeah.
we'll have a bard soon, so it's fine. Right, 8?
Well, I'm like, it's not soon because
Oh, he's
White
wait a
Mage-
minute here. Wait a minute. I didn't say that right off the bat.
White Mage
Come
has
on.
to go to 37, and like I'm thinking about doing the teleport shit because
Oh man, I don't know. I heard Bard Black Mage is the new meta. He might be onto something.
I mean I'll unlock it and like take it through the dunes and shit, but like
Yeah, I know. I'm just
I guess like realistically like once we hit 50, right? Because 40 we get our AF stuff,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
Or we get it at 50.
40 through 50. 40 through 50.
40
You
through
get
50,
the weapon at like 40, 41 or something like that, and you kind of get little pieces here and there
I
all the
think
way
it's
up.
42, and then
yeah. And I don't remember the stats of this shit. Like, is it good? I'm guessing it is.
I think
But, like,
artifact like the gear starts at 50, and then 52, and then 54, and
Oh,
then
okay.
your
You
best
get
piece is 60.
yeah, you get your sword at 40-ish,
Yes.
or your weapon at 40-ish, but at 50 is when you start getting 50 to 60 is your gear.
Okay. I thought Relic
so-
was in the 60s. I thought, or 50s,
Relic-
60s.
I thought Relic
Relic's
was
70.
70
Yeah,
or
closer to
75.
All right,
75.
72. That sounds familiar. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, those dynamics parties. I am kind of looking forward to. I
It's gonna be fun to go through it at least
It
once.
is. Yeah.
don't even care about the currency because I'm not making an Ulta.
No.
Well, maybe it is worth.
You could have
No,
got
8.
Keyhorn, right?
You're not going to see currency because it's all going to go to the party lead, and it's
Well,
fine.
we'll just roll our own link shell. I mean, we've done it before.
That's true. That's
Mhm.
true. We have done it
It's
before.
just doing the events and setting everything up, and
Maybe once a week. Maybe once a week.
If
I don't know
it's
if we
going
can
towards
say.
my G horn, I'll do it. I'll take one for the team.
Nice.
But
Keep fishing. You need to get a mill before we get up to level 75.
yeah.
oh,
That hourglass. It's a million gil. 4 more
Hey.
times than that guy who bought fish.
God damn.
fucking A. Yeah,
So-
no, it's I think it's gonna be quick. Like getting to 30, especially with the level sync system. Like I hope it doesn't get abused too much. Like I was watching some people like leveling up to like 20 something in West Fair. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Speaking of that, is there anything that kind of surprises you guys? Speaking of leveling, because leveling at first was pretty surprising at the amount of XP we were getting. And then I just kind of started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? This is what we used to get. I mean, this is what it used to be. And it wasn't anything that we looked at like we do now because we're so used to high XP chains and
Right.
Oh,
600 experience every kill.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because we're used to big gains because in retail we were
Gods.
top dog.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like it's just how it was. You know, I mean,
So
this,
in the recent patches, they've fixed a lot of XP issues, especially with parties. They fixed that, and they're one that just came out today. They said that they fixed level sync issues too. So it seems like they even are going to refine that a little bit because we saw some wonky stuff Like we'd level
Yeah,
sync
like
to the lowest.
like everybody getting fucking different XP.
Different,
Yeah.
and not having rings on either. Like none of us had, or some of us had rings, but none of us really had rings, and we weren't getting the same level of XP. So something was off in the calculation there. So they fixed that. But something that surprised me, I think I got more of a reality check, and this kind of goes along with what you said, Beast. I got more of a reality check than I was expecting, I think,
Yeah.
because it was a bit of a slap in the face with how slow it is. But when you start playing it, you learn to love it again, almost. Like it's only 3,000 experience, and yeah, you're only getting 60 to 80 per kill, but like you're sitting there playing with your friends, chatting, having a good time, just chilling out, and you get there.
It doesn't
You
feel like a
you'll get there.
grind like it does
No.
for like master levels and that.
Yep.
On
Because you have the
retail.
skill ups in between
The
too. You get
master
those
levels
skill
were
ups.
Yeah, that's true.
brutal.
Yeah. You get the skill ups. Like I partied in the Dune earlier today, and it was fun. Like, were we killing fast? No, absolutely not. We were not killing fast whatsoever. But we got to move parties once. Everybody in the party got a crab apron. It was fun. Like, it was exciting. It was cool to congratulate somebody for leveling up. It was cool to congratulate people for getting that drop for sub job.
That was actually fun.
Yeah.
Congratulating somebody for leveling up.
Yes, like ding, grats, like
Yeah.
yay,
Yeah, but
and then
even picking up randos here and there,
yeah,
Mhm.
you get to meet people. Like it's actual people.
And there's
It's great.
actually new players, it seems like, that have never played before. Or maybe if they did, maybe they're trying a new job that they are totally unfamiliar with. At least we've run into a couple people where it's like obvious.
Yes.
You either don't know your job or
Right.
you're brand new, which is cool. I mean,
Right.
that's
It's totally
very
fine.
exciting.
Yeah.
And
Don't know
so
the
when
etiquette.
when they
Yeah.
start doing something like magic bursting, even if it was by mistake, it's like it's cool to cheer them on and lift
Yes,
them
it is.
up. And
Yep.
yeah,
We're
I miss that
lotting
aspect.
on everything that drops.
Oh yeah, the etiquette, just the
Having to
etiquette.
tell-
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
He's
if
like, ooh, sorry.
so, yeah, and he was totally cool with it. But you have
Yeah.
to tell, like, hey, you just typically just let it drop.
Let it drop. Just let it drop to whomever gets it.
Unless
It's fine.
it's something
Don't worry.
important like a crab apron or whatever.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. The worm
The
egg. What is it? The
damselfly worm.
damsel worm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing, or the magic skull. So yeah, I mean, I've not experienced anything that has wanted me to leave the game yet.
Oh no, not at all. It's only
which-
drawn me in more.
I know, same thing. It's been amazing. I don't know what it is about this game. It's just really magical, and bringing all that magic back, it's been an absolute awesome time so far. So
I'm not gonna lie, I was on the fence about starting all over from scratch.
I feel
What
like
do you think
Andy's
now, though?
just like into it, man. I feel like
I
he's really
sat back for a week and thought to myself, do I really want to do this again? Like, you motherfuckers tricked me into this. I
Got
was
him.
like, yep, thanks.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
could
been-
tell
it's
you've
been-
enjoyed it.
It's been good. I was really on the fence at first, though.
Yeah. I am super glad that we all kind of jump back in, and I'm really hoping that when either Furley gets back or gets a break, maybe on duty. I'm not sure if that's a thing that he can
No,
join in with us a little bit too. But
He won't. I don't think he'll get a break until
6 months.
yeah.
Damn.
He's
Rough, man.
he's on call 24/7
Damn. Well,
until he comes back.
when he comes back, we'll have to
There's a spot.
to get him in here.
Oh
Always
yeah,
a spot.
we'll catch
Always.
him super quick. We'll have
So, I think to round
Oh.
out this episode, I think we'll just talk about real quick, not the whole patch notes. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but just some of the key things that were announced within them. The first I just want to mention is that there appears to be a weekly maintenance now scheduled, so we're all
That's
aware.
cool.
As
At a
Beast
good
mentioned,
time, honestly. I
At
feel
a
like
really good time. This is
Yeah.
perfect. Beast had mentioned at the top of the show that one of the pain points was the unknown server maintenance, right? We weren't really sure about the schedule or anything like that. So now we know. It is every Friday, weekly, at
Every
10 a.m.
other. Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry. Every other Friday. That's even better.
At 10 a.m. That's awesome.
10
It's
a.m.
while
yeah,
I'm
that's
at
what I'm
work.
saying.
Yep.
10 a.m. is
And
perfect.
the one today lasted about 3 hours, I think, which is
Yeah,
fine.
but
That's like
I
a
think
normal.
that's because they kept running into other things
Yes.
while they were fixing things.
Which happens.
Yeah.
And
I
again,
think.
I'm totally cool with that. I played Ark Survival Evolved for a long time. And
Heard that game was
Wildcard,
super broken for a long time.
it is. I'd rather see the devs take care of their game. I mean, obviously, they love this game, and I feel like, at least personally, they're doing everything right. I would not want them to do anything different. They're doing such a great job, and I know I say that a lot. I don't know any of them. I don't, but it's refreshing to see a group that actually does care and listens and does things that I'd go, you know what? Like, that's a great idea. Like, I wouldn't have even thought about doing that. They just do it. And that's what
I
like.
love the system notices. Like they fucked
Yes.
up with Ron Fair or not Malcolm Tunes. Like it didn't tally up correctly, so like it didn't like Sandy or Bastock, neither of them got it. So what they did, they just asked two people, one from Sandy, one from Bastock, to like flip a coin or do /random, and that's how Bastock got Malcolm Tunes.
Yeah, I met up with the person who lost. It was a horrible roll, but just right after the roll happened, it was like 89 to like 739 or something like that.
Yeah.
It was horrible. But like she was standing outside of King Ronfair's tomb, and I like consoled her. I'm like, comfort / comfort, and she just starts bawling. I'm like, oh no, and then I ran away. But it was just really cool. Like it was so cool though. Like that's community.
Yeah.
That's people being people with people. Like it's fantastic.
It's getting the community involved in the game.
Yep. Every single server announcement, you can look at it, and sometimes you chuckle. It's like, oh, they're gonna take down this one zone because like there's a goblin floating in the air, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. I'd like to see that. Hold on, like go check it out.
But they're open about what they're doing and why they're doing it.
They're not being secretive why they're doing what they're doing.
Right. So overall, the patch notes were there. You can go look at them. They'll eventually be up on HorizonXI.com under the news. They're currently in the Discord. It's I'm not like I said, I'm not going to go over them. There was some quest and missions, crafting, monsters, combat, and various system updates. The one thing that I did just want to note quickly is that they're stated in the system that various changes to help with an era fresh server experience. I don't really know what that means. I thought the fresh start had already kind of happened, and I don't know what they're going to be adding. If they're going to be adding like,
I think they're recruiting people to recruiting people to work on the server. Game masters.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, if anyone's interested out there, if anyone's listening, want to be a game master, I believe the applications are still open. They're looking for a lot more to handle the heavy influx of players, which is just I can't tell you how happy. And this is another thing in the launcher that says it's like online, and then right next to it says a player count. How cool is that?
Yeah.
That brings me back to like Halo 2 days, or Halo 3 or Halo 2. I forget which one it was, like when the globe was spinning and you'd see like all the little dots. It was 3. Okay, you see like all the little dots of lights where everyone was playing from. It's just an extra level of cool. I don't know. Is cool. I just enjoy it. So
currently there are 4,102 players.
Oh my!
I don't think I've seen it drop unless it was like right after a maintenance below 3,500.
Wow! I don't think we ever saw that amount of people in retail.
Never. No, never.
Not even during the height of COVID.
The highest I saw recently is 1,200, and that was
1,200 is the most I've seen.
Yeah, when the 20th anniversary was coming back.
I think when it first launched, I think it was in the 5,000s, or like
it could really.
It got up there.
Remember that? I don't remember there being that many, but there may have been.
It depends because I remember they rolled out new servers because they were congested.
Yep, that's true.
So
we're almost at that congestion point. I wonder how much this can handle. I mean, I haven't gotten one hiccup, no lag spikes really. There's been a few instances at the beginning where I'd go into the black void, but I fixed that with the bootloader thing. No issue since then. Perfectly fine.
I think technology has advanced.
Oh yeah,
good enough that I don't think I have to worry about that too much. I think the biggest concern, which they stress tested with like I think like it was like 2,000 people in like South Sound area.
Oh,
like and they just spawned mobs in there. People were fighting during beta testing, and like they handled it like a champ. So awesome. Like, and it's by zone. Like they can restart a whole zone, so it's not like it's all or nothing kind of thing. So I think it's fine.
Going back to something that I think 8 mentioned earlier about the 8K per hour down at the pond in West Ron. That I don't believe will be a thing anymore. Eric earlier tonight had stated that monster spawn times have been increased, and as a result, drop rates have been corrected to original higher values. That's in the starter zones. So, excuse me, that's in the starter zone. So there's no more fast spawn. So if you guys didn't get your jobs up to level 10, like this guy right here, you're out of luck now. You're gonna have to go and fight off other people for mobs now.
It
I
is
did get
what
my
it
black
is.
mage to 9, so
Yeah, it's enough. I
close.
mean,
Honestly,
was-
the odds of me playing a mage job are fucking slim to none.
It is funny how people have their own, class.
yeah, I really want A class. I would love to have A class. I can't tell you
You
how
can.
much it
It's
eats
called
away at me.
picking something and sticking to it. It's not that hard.
Yeah,
So far, it's warrior, and I'm
Well-
hoping beast makes me stay on beast forever.
it's called
It
not
will.
being OCD.
It will.
Yeah.
I think it really will.
Is it OCD or ADD?
I think it's ADD.
He's a
I'm
little
not
bit of both.
I'm not
Well,
obsessively compulsing about the jobs themselves. I have regrets about leveling so many, but
I think I don't know. Like with me, when I see another bard playing and they suck at it, it's like, you know what? I'll just do it. It's fine. It's
Right.
fine. Just go get your Dark Knight. Go get your Warrior. You know,
Right.
go
Whoa!
That's
That's on Dark Knight for.
go,
Hold
go
up here.
stand in front of a mob and just swing as
Was,
fast
was
as you
that a
can.
jab at me?
what? Well, every
It's
time.
Dark Knight or Warrior.
Right, what you said is exactly how I feel every time I watch Andy play a job. So I'm like, I'll take it. Don't worry, bud.
I think you do a great job, Andy.
You do, Andy. I'm just yanking you. You're doing fantastic tanking right now.
That's all right. That's all right. You know,
You'll be tanking
I
dynamics for
I,
us.
I go out of
Yeah.
my comfort zone. You guys break my balls. You know,
Well,
thanks.
Hey, I don't
we've
break
had
your
to-
balls.
we
I've
had to
always
you
got
don't,
your back.
Beast.
Always got your
But-
back.
We
But
had to play
eight
3
and Pip.
years. 3 years with you as only Dark Knight. We got to bust you balls a little bit. All right.
Well, you know what? Get off my back because I'm out of my comfort zone right now. All right.
And on that,
Taking it for the team.
anybody got any sign offs? Anything you want to promote? Talk about anything else?
Thief sucks, Pip. Thief sucks.
I want to say thank you to anybody who watched this episode or a previous episode as well.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys.
Yeah,
And if
check
you
out the
see us-
YouTube channel. What's
If you
that?
see us running
Yes.
around, feel free to say hello
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Make sure you
Yes.
wave
and
to
we'll
us.
power level you.
/ wave. Andy will
Paladin.
power love you with his warrior.
You could
By,
slap me. I don't care.
Guys, go check out our website. It is in development, I'd say, right now, but it is functional. We'll be adding some more stuff to
Fair.
it eventually. Maybe some guides. Maybe we're kind of playing around with the idea, but it's instantreraise.com. Go check it out. Check out our YouTube channel, which Beast is putting together. Well, we'll be putting together this video as well as the previous one. So we're very thankful for Beast for doing that for us. That is, what is it? youtube.com/@instantreraise. Go check that out. There'll be clips up later tonight. We'll make that public, I think, just so you guys get something to look at. And then the podcast will be going up sometime around that. So lots of things coming at you. Go check it out.
One thing I would like to add, if there's
yeah.
anything that you would like us to talk about or touch on, put it in the comments. Because we'd
Please.
love. I mean, you're just going to make our lives easier by giving us some topics to talk about. So, we'd love to hear from you if there's anything that you would like us to talk about or that you'd like to share. Feel free.
Yes. Yes. All right, guys. And with that, keep your eyes to the horizon. We'll catch you later.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everybody.